Peace family, it's your boy Tommy Lee, the financial prophet, aka Blockchain Tommy, with another episode of For Our Culture, where we're breaking and severing these generational curses that we're under. We have to understand that we are under generational curses so we can get from under generational curses. If we don't know that we're under generational curses, how are we going to get from under them? If we don't know that we're stuck in a trap, they set us up in a trap, how are we going to get out of them? So, For Our Culture is the podcast that's going to bring to you strategies, techniques, proof, biblical proof that we are under generational curses and what we need to do to get out of them. My previous episodes, we were talking about how to build your credit score to a 700 score so you can leverage it to purchase the things that you want. Credit is the foundation of everything. Financial literacy is the key to financial freedom, and credit is the cornerstone to it all. I'm going to say it again. Financial literacy is the key to financial freedom, but credit is the cornerstone of it all. So we have to understand what credit is. How do we structure our credit to be fundable? How do we teach our kids? How do we teach our families about this so they can be having to go through what we did? And how do we leverage it once we got it to build these assets and build generational wealth? If that's what you into. Now, if you're not into building generational wealth, then that's fine. But if you're into wanting to build generational wealth for your family, you're tired of being last, you're tired of being kept last under the rut, this is the podcast for you. So, in my previous episode, I was telling us about the 5 steps and the 7. We was talking about the 5 portions of the credit report and the 7 data points that you have to meet. So, data points are what these banks and what these bureaus look for if they're going to fund you or not. So, you got it's like a checkbox off. And 9 times out of 10, when you apply, you're going to apply either in person or you're going to apply after hours. But these checkbox have to be checked off so they can know that you are fundable. So the 7 data points in the previous episode was payment history, credit utilization, derogatory marks, age of credit history, total accounts, and hard inquiries. Those are the 7 data points that you have to hit that I gave on a previous episode, what they need to be to get funded for these large bags. And the 5 criterias that makes up a credit report is payment history, it's debit usage, it's age of credit accounts, type of accounts that you have, and the numbers of inquiries. So those are the concepts that we worked on in the last episodes. In this episode, we're going to talk to you about the staging process. Now, this is the process where the meat and potatoes get down. This is where all the juice, this is where people quit at. Now, hearing all that other stuff was hard, but this is where you really have to start taking notes on how to stage your credit profile to match those data points. So this is the process that you do to start removing derogatory marks, or start adding positive accounts, or start disputing the stuff that you need to get to that so you can reach those data points. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to remove all misspelled names on our credit report. So pull your credit report. Look at my bio. It's called Identity IQ. It's a link there where you can go click your, you can go download your credit report and your credit score from all 3 credit bureaus. And it's a ratio of 72% of consumers' credit report has errors on it. So when you grab your credit report, you're gonna look at your credit report. You're gonna look at your names on all your credit reports. So your name, if your name is Jason B. Wells Jr., Jason B. Wells Jr. should be on all 3 credit reports. All 3 credit bureaus. It should be on Equifax, it should be on TransUnion, and it should be on Experian. Jason B. Wells Jr. It shouldn't be J Jr., J Wells Jr., J Wells Jr. If it is, that means that there's a inaccuracy there. So that's one of the tactics we can use to get some if it's a derogatory mark on your report, we can use that to get it off. So our first thing we want to do is we want to clean up every misspelled name, misspelled address, wrong date of birth. We want to make sure all of that is accurate so we can move on to the next step. So click the link in the bio, click on the Identity IQ link where you can download your credit report, and all it takes is a phone call. You call up the credit bureau, hey, Experian, look, this is not my name. My name is not Jay Wells. My name is JB Wells Jr. Or this is JB Wells Sr. That's not my name. I need you to delete it now. And call up Experian. Do the same thing. Look, that's not my name. That's not my address. Fix my address. Because once we have that staging process in order, then we can move on to the next step. But your name has to be accurate. It has to be accurate. That's what's on your driver's license. So look at your driver's license. Make sure that your driver's license match up to what's on the credit bureaus, because that's how they get you. 9 times out of 10, those accounts not even yours. It could be somebody else's. It's 72% accounts have errors on it, and if you ain't know it, they not gonna tell you. They ain't gonna tell you that your shit is wrong. So that's why these skill sets and these tactics are imperative to put us in position. Again, guys, that's my time, and I appreciate you. Listen, if you don't get it from me, get it from somebody else. I don't care. That's how serious it is. Your credit is everything right now in these times, in these day and ages. And the way that they just printing up all this money, it is about to go through the roof. What is it called? Inflation is about to go through the roof. So you want to make sure that you are in position with these notes that they got, that you can leverage it to do what the wealthy is doing. The secret is out, y'all. And I'm telling you verbatim, the secret is out. We got it. It's here. So if you want to tap in with me, click the link in the bio, set up an appointment, and I will get with you. And if not, then seek out another mentor or something. But it's our time. It's our time to tap in and get these bags. Shalom Malayu. God bless.